Rani is rank 2 NA. You got Sharrieff rank 1 NA, Rani rank 2, Forky actually rank 3, so this could be interesting. Let's see if he could do any better against Sharrieff than Rani did. I just checked and make sure that Forky's down for a best of 5. Make sure that he's going to be here for 5 games. Should be good, because it is pretty late right now for me, which means it's good time in the US. Oh, Forky, you just missed a Sharrieff series if you just tuned in for this one. Sharrieff was on earlier, and he had a pretty quiet series by his standards, but in the third game he popped off and got some sick saves. But yeah, here we've got Forky, who's also been grinding ones since the reset. These guys both definitely putting in a lot of time to ones recently, as they're at the top of the ladder. These are the guys to beat in North America right now. Fake kickoff for Forky, as he's overdone it though, as that allows Sharrieff to go and steal the boost from him. I expect to see Sharrieff turning pretty early here. He tends to turn early instead of dribbling all the way back into his half. Of course, the reasoning for that is to limit his opponent's boost as much as possible. It's something you'll see after boost steals quite a lot. Oh, that's a really good blind demo by Sharrieff. If he can catch Forky spawning near post, he could have gone for a double. He's going to have to get the ball past him after a far post spawn, actually. Yeah, like I was saying, if you do see a boost steal, you can very often expect to see an early turnaround by the player who just stole the boost if they're still in control of the ball. Whereas if they're actually having to turn into a player who also has 100 boost, that's a bit more dangerous. You don't see that as often. That's when you get players driving all the way back into their half and turning there. It's a harder place for the opponent to challenge them. This little flick here by Forky to set this up. Sharrieff couldn't get enough distance on the clear. Well placed rebound by Forky. 1-0. Start of this series. Your face when Sharrieff does the air dribble that Johnny said will never work in a game. We'll see, we'll see. I mean, maybe never is too strong a word. It can work, but usually these kind of, you know, low air dribbles into kind of cross, just below the crossbar, they don't usually, you know, end up in the back of the net. They usually just get saved if you're trying to push the ball into the net low. Usually. Of course, there are exceptions where you can get players dunking the ball in. Sharrieff actually missing a touch there. Does not bode well. The aggressive and accurate dish that we saw for his first goal does, however, bode well. It's a close race to the boost that does get won by Sharrieff to give him the lead. Forky really committed for this one. He was all in, hoping he would win the race to the boost there. You have to ask yourself in that position, if you're Forky, am I scoring every single time that I do win the race to this boost? Because he's conceding every single time that he loses the race. You can almost guarantee that. And I don't think he was scoring every single time that he wins the race to that boost, so probably not a good idea to do it. Pretty easy to stop air dribble for Sharrieff, not because it was poorly executed by Forky, just because the angle didn't allow him to approach the net with much speed. First touch this time will not connect, but Forky's recovered well, catches the ball, gets it past Sharrieff, who's used a lot of boost to reposition. Wants to catch the 100 on the respawn, but it's not going to be back for another second. There it is. Now, Forky tries to pounce as Sharrieff's grabbing it. It's not going to work out though. Danabot, welcome to the stream, buddy. Hope you enjoy your stay. Glad you could tune in today. Forky can't quite squeeze this one past, but he's spanked Sharrieff off the back wall. What a recovery though by that same man. Sharrieff looking for the double save, and he's going to get it. It's a nice heads up play by Forky to bump Sharrieff off the back wall, but the recovery was fantastic. Forky, late air roll shot. He's done a 360 into this one just to mind game Sharrieff away from this. It looks like it's going to be a flick. Forky's actually just air rolled 360 degrees into a shot. Very deceptive, very difficult to stop. 2 each in the first game. The last game that we saw Sharrieff play today against Rani was a low-scoring affair, and looks like this series might start off like that. Good landing by Forky. He's bumped Sharrieff as well, but this all happened because he messed up his first touch coming off the wall for an air dribble. So far, I'm not... You know, look, it's not looking too hopeful for Forky's air dribbles. He's gone for 3, if I'm not mistaken, and none of them have really worked out the way he wants. So probably something he'd want to stop doing right about now. Sharrieff completely whiffing this tight angle open net. And still all tied up here in the first game. Here come the Johnny boys. What do you mean here come the Johnny boys? Have they not been here for a while? Imagine if I called my subs the Johnny boys. Not sure about that. Forky looking fresh. Yeah, he's looking pretty good. He's controlling the ball very well. Making it pretty difficult for Sharrieff to get his hands on it. Sharrieff is still holding on very well though. Looking for a demo here. Forky forced onto the back while Sharrieff boost steal to punish the misposition. And now the air dribble will be successful. Sharrieff didn't take long to set up this shot. After getting that boost steal in the corner, well transitioned from ground to air and back into the net. It went up to Wombo. And now Sharrieff's going to double up here. Surely, no, he's missed it. Forky, it looked like he might even have just been giving up on this defensive play, thinking that Sharrieff was guaranteed to score. But score he did not, and that's a good respawn on the boost for Forky. Timed it well. Pinch shot was a bit wild. It wasn't in the sweet spot that you're going to get the ball to fire on net. I believe that even if Forky didn't pinch that into the ceiling, it was not going to go on target. Need to be a bit closer to Sharrieff's half in order for that to actually ping into the goal. 15 seconds now. Forky will get a bump and a goal. And there is the equalizer. It felt like it may have been coming. Sharrieff was trying to hold on to all that was left of his defensive positioning, but it just wasn't meant to be. Now, Forky threatening a game winner. There's 4-3 for Forky. Wow. Just like that, Sharrieff's lead is in shambles. Forky in the lead by 1. 8 seconds left. Pretty weak kickoff by Sharrieff in OT, or not in OT, as OT approaches for him. Hang on a second. Sharrieff has a chance, but he's just grounded the ball. He had no boost. I think that the ball carry was the only way for Sharrieff there. He needed to take that under control somehow. As Forky may have been out the play for an extended period of time. You never know these days with how quick these guys can land and get back into the defensive side of the ball, but I don't know, I think Sharrieff might have had a chance to let that bounce once, twice, and then recontrol it, get a flick from distance. Did panic a little bit. Might have been trying to get it to roll up the wall. Just playing the keep the ball alive game rather than the dribble it in on 0 seconds one. Completely boost starved Sharrieff. The thing is that Sharrieff likes to posture so aggressively with low boost that Forky doesn't really know how much boost Sharrieff has there. Could be anything. That's not a position that Sharrieff only goes into with low boost or high boost. He'll do that with just anything, any old situation. Good little jump by Sharrieff. Forky decided not to dodge into that demo attempt. It's 2 narrow misses for Forky as well. Sharrieff desperately trying to grab a 100 pad, but Forky's not letting it happen. And he didn't waste any time with this setup, but he's used all his boost on a failed rebound. Sharrieff has days to find the open net, and it's going to be 1-0 to Sharrieff. It looked like Forky had that, but he ran out of boost just before he could connect to the rebound. He'll be kicking himself though, no doubt feeling like he should have put the first shot on target, not relied on the rebound in the first place. Still mostly Forky for the possession in this one. Good little save there, taking the ball under control. Did like the flip reset attempt by Forky as well. It was a safe one to go for. He didn't have to put himself in a risky 50-50 or a position where he's liable to get dunked on. And it was also the only way that he could reach Sharrieff's net with any kind of fast shot. And Sharrieff caught a piece of Forky there, but probably wasn't gambling on that happening. Oh, that's smooth by Forky. Quick catch. And he's able to equalize the game almost effortlessly. Sharrieff gives him a nice shot here, just acknowledging the outplay more so than the mechanical ability. Forky just reading Sharrieff's path into the corner there. Getting a easy goal as a result. It's still all Forky in terms of possession, but he needs to be careful. This is a position that he's ended up conceding from in the past, using up an awful lot of boost for these long air dribbles. Again though, I like that he's going for flip resets at the end of these long air dribbles, because if he doesn't, he's just giving Sharrieff an easy collection. Demo attempt by Forky. Sharrieff sees it coming. 8 boosts Forky. He needs to be careful here. He's actually been bumped by Sharrieff, and it may have been favourable. I don't know how he's going to get back into defence without that. Sharrieff now with a low boost dribble, but Forky doesn't know just how starved Sharrieff was there, so he's playing a bit passively. Summit's first board, thanks to the Twitch Prime sub. Pinch shot attempted by Forky. Sharrieff saw it coming, tried to dive in the way of it. Forky did not connect. It's another air dribble with a shot in the middle of it by Forky. This time gonna go too far away from him as well. Forky's loving his air dribbles right now. So many are being attempted all over the field as well. And you know, I'm not seeing too much success from them overall. This time he has his dodge, so he'll be able to do something with it. But what a challenge by Sharrieff. He was up for that one ridiculously quickly. Didn't want to leave himself susceptible to a ceiling shot. And Forky's tried an in-out save, but it hasn't worked out. Sharrieff shot just too quickly. Forky there must have been expecting Sharrieff to take one more touch. Try and dribble him. Quick shot was a perfect counter. Will I ever do a viewer 1v1 tourney? Yeah, I'll definitely do one at some point. Not sure when though. Forky just getting a sore nose as he clangs off the post here. Sharrieff has a bit of free time with the open net, but can't get it on target. Forky gets away with miscalculation. It could have been costly. It's been pretty low scoring games so far. Not what you expect with Sharrieff on the field. Same as how the Rani series finished. Oh, that's a goal for Forky though, out of nowhere. He gets a block on the inside, and it is a successful one. Very nicely done. He didn't dodge into this ball, and I think that's key here, because if he did, it's likely that the ball would have pinched out more to the side after making more contact with Sharrieff's car. As is, Forky is going to take the lead despite his simple block. 1 minute and 8 seconds left. Sharrieff struggled to have much control of the ball and the possession of this match. It continues to be Forky dominating that. Sharrieff still creating chances. Tight angle shot will find its home in the middle of the net. It's a good challenge by Sharrieff. He's been forced to defend for the majority of this game, but he's looked comfortable for the most part. Spam this leaf to help Sharrieff. We got a couple of Sharrieff fans in here. Forky with another in and out save attempt, and this time he will make it work. Great stuff there by Forky. Even slowed down to make sure that he wouldn't get too far ahead of himself there. Leave himself wide open to be mind games. It's a very interesting save to see. The in and out save. Forky's going to get one more chance at least to try and equalize this game, and he will go to the air, not for the first time. And this time it's a threatening air dribble, but Sharrieff gets the save on it regardless. You know, like I said before, the air dribbles just haven't looked that great for Forky. They haven't looked awful, but they're not getting him goals. That's the main thing for me. He's keeping the ball in fairly awkward positions that Sharrieff can't get crushing challenges on. But he's not getting goals from these possessions either. And if Sharrieff comes out with the ball at all, you look at that as a loss for your, you know, look at that as a bad outcome of your attack. You want to score, of course, and then second best outcome is that you get to keep control of the ball while hindering your opponent in some way, whether it be boost or positioning. But Forky's coming out of most of the air dribble plays without possession, and without putting Sharrieff in too awkward of a spot. So I'm not sure if that's the best strategy for him to keep going with. Yeah, Sharrieff's air dribble defending is really good. But if Forky wants to keep air dribbling it, I think he has to make the moves a little bit quicker. They're all pretty slow and easy for Sharrieff to read. It's the biggest problem that I have with him right now. Spam this fork to help the fork. Yeah, that is one of the less creative fan spams that I've seen. Sharrieff, very shot-focused gameplay at the moment, and he's going to be scoring a pretty low rebound after Forky misses on this one. Very well-placed initial touch there by Sharrieff. He's not just keeping the ball above Forky's head to make it awkward for Forky to save, he's also blinding Forky in the process, as Forky can't see where Sharrieff is coming from and how fast Sharrieff is coming in, which is also important for defending those overheads. Oh, look at this, Forky air dribbling. He might get this one in, but no, he's just hit the crossbar and the post. And once again, he's not successful with an air dribble. He's going to keep trying, though. He just wants to make this work. Flip reset, and it's going to be a goal, finally, for Forky. The difference is the speed. You know, he said that he needs to go a bit quicker with these if he wants to make it work. Well, that'll do it. If he can fire on net at that speed from that range, he's going to profit the vast majority of the time. Is he going to keep trying? I mean, he didn't give up when they weren't working. Now that one of them has worked, I do expect to see more of those from the fork. Sharrieff with a tight angle rebound attempt. It's not going to work out. He's staying with it, just making an awkward touch to give himself some time to get boost. Wave dash fails, but Forky's looking for another air dribble maybe. Not with the ball kicking that far off the wall though. Oh, hang on a second, that's almost on target. Sharrieff decides not to go for this rebound though. Forky almost had a perfect respawn on the mid boost there. Oh, Sharrieff's going to put it in for him. That's 2-1 lead for Forky. Sharrieff feeling a bit generous maybe. He only had one boost, and he knows that Forky's probably going up for this, so he has to do something. Of course, the something that he wants to be doing is anything but own goaling. He wants to just shoot that off target or over the bar. Slow kickoff goal shot for Sharrieff. Follows up with another which Forky saves. Now an open net for Forky, which he's going to miss way wide of the target. There's been so many open net misses for these long shots today, not just this series, but the one that we saw before this between Sharrieff and Rani, and they're missing by an awful lot. Not just missing, but way wide of the target. And that was a shot that Forky had a bit of time with as well. There was no need to rush that. Best goal of the night? Oh, the flip reset, certainly. It's interesting that the last 3 streams that I've done have all contained flip reset goals. In fact, yesterday's stream had 2. We had flip reset goals from, I think it was, who scored the one in the Denmark versus Finland game? Who scored the flip reset in Denmark versus Finland? Was it Fruity? Or is it Ronicky? Magnus or Metzow? So, well, it was one of those guys. Magnus? Was it Magnus? Was it Pognus? Yeah, I mean, Magnus did score a lot of crazy goals. But before that, we had a flip reset goal by Segure. Or no, it was Alex161. Alex161 scored one 2 days ago. I think Fruity had one. And then Astral had one. And now Forky's had one. So literally every stream these days, every series, flip reset goals. Yeah, the Astral one was absolutely bananas. I think that might be the best one. Although the Alex161 one was fantastic. I mean, Forky one was pretty great. They're all pretty good. They're all pretty nice goals. Forky, well-placed shot here. That is much better on the accuracy side of things. We are completely tied up in the series, dead even score-wise, both in game and series score. That was a well-played shot by Forky, not just because it made it into the bottom corner of the net, but because if he'd shot anywhere except bottom corner, then Sharrieff was probably getting a save on it. Somebody bumped Sharrieff out of the air as Sharrieff's looking for a interception here. Forky, long shot. This time he does hit the target, and that's crucial because he can't be missing shots like this in matches this close. Sharrieff actually set Forky up for that one, though. It's a bad touch by the boy in blue. Bring you back, Rapid. Did you get a flip reset goal on my stream? I believe you did, didn't you? There's been plenty of flip reset goals on my stream in the past, but to have 4 flip reset goals, all very high quality at that, in the last 3 days of streaming, that's pretty promising stuff. Sharrieff for the 50-50 goal. Well done to block Forky's challenge as he came off the wall here. A rapid reset. I see. You've got a special name for it here. Yeah, not the biggest fan of named moves, as you guys all know, unless it is a bad move. Saved by Sharrieff. Didn't have much boost to work with, but he's done well. Forky's going to keep it alive and high in Sharrieff's box, so this is awkward for Sharrieff. Right now he wants to keep the ball as low as possible so he can continue to pressure it. The second it goes up high, he needs to back off, respect the boost advantage. Sharrieff prioritizing ball over boost there. Definitely a good decision. He's got the boost afterwards regardless. Forky, long range air dribble. He needs a flip reset and he'll get one, but he's not got much power on the shot this time. And it was from further away. You know, he had to go for the flip reset if he wants to score here. There was no way that he was reaching Sharrieff's net with 30 boosts and he's still way out. But that's the risk when you're going for these high risk plays. When you do mess it up, the opponent is probably just scoring. And even if you do succeed with your highly mechanically intensive play, it might still get saved. Even if you pull off a crazy shot, your opponent might still save it. So, yeah. Maybe not the best idea there for Forky from a consistency perspective. Wave dash landing on the kickoff. It's just a single jump approach by Forky to give him that option. And a great turnaround. Forky's playing his last few seconds here, his last minute, in the right pace. He knows he needs to get 2 good chances to get this back. So he's playing quicker now. He's playing a bit more risky. Just 1 goal needed. Sharrieff in an awkward spot, and he might have just centered this to Forky. Indeed he has, but Forky's passed it back. That shot was such a good opportunity for Forky. He's going to get another one though. Sharrieff's boost position wasn't great at all, and this time Forky nails it, top corner, with an incredibly delayed flick. Sharrieff had no idea where Forky was going to go with this one, but what placement to tie things up with 9 seconds left. That's just outrageous by Forky. I really hope he doesn't concede a kickoff goal here. It's a wave dash landing by Forky again. Sharrieff, 100 boost and possession at the halfway line. He's trying air dribble on 0, and he's going to pull it off. Forky decides to turn early, and he will regret that decision. Oh dear, this should have been, I think, well defended for Forky, but Sharrieff, with just 2 touches, takes the game on 0 seconds. Pretty good script at the end of that one, I will say. But wow, Forky should probably be making contact with this ball. He should have forced more out of Sharrieff at the end there. He turns so early to try and put a challenge in, perhaps expecting Sharrieff to take a touch and then shoot. But Sharrieff with the air dribble surprised Forky. It was the first one that he's gone for, to be fair. What am I using to save clips? I'm using GIF your game, so if I press F1 at any time during these games, it'll turn the last 10 seconds of the game into a GIF and send it to me on Discord. Very cool program, I would fully recommend them. Good friends of mine, and worked with them many times in the past. Sharrieff 1-0 with a demo goal. Should upload this match? Oh, I definitely will, yeah, of course. Great series so far. What air dribble never works? It shouldn't work. That should have been a save. Forky should definitely be saving that. Or he should be at least forcing a better or more touches out of Sharrieff. If Forky plays a little bit more safely in the final seconds there, he would have had a save on this. He tried to single jump and dodge into the ball, but there the only real play that's consistent is the double jump challenge, I think. The only one that he should really care about. One of the weaknesses of the double dub challenge is that you do take a longer time to land and get back into the play. But in 0 seconds, that doesn't really matter. Who cares if you're going to be out the game after making a save on 0 seconds? It's 0 second play. You just need to get the save. The ball's probably going to land on the floor, and then you're good. So that's why I was critical of Forky's decision making at the end there. You know, don't forget, he pulled a pretty big miracle to make it into the 0 second play with a chance to win in the first place. So it's still a pretty well played game for Forky. Oh, he was just too early on the boost respawn there. You can see Forky was trying to time his arrival to match the boost respawn, but he left it just as it appeared. Can you post the GIFs in my chat after the series? I think I only gift, what did I gift? I gift 2 of them. There was the Forky flick to equalize and also the flip reset. If you remind me, I could definitely do that. I'll try my best to remember to do that. Who gets VIP badge on my channel? I think the one day that it came out, I gave them to a few people, but I mean, the people I gave it to was just like people who have contributed like loads to the channel in the past for like prize pools and just stupid amounts of cheers and gifted subs and stuff like that. So I mean, I'll probably just do that again in the future, but not really thinking too much about it. I don't have a system. Hiroshi doesn't have his. Oh yeah, I'll need to go and like give out a few more VIPs. I don't want to make it like too widespread, I guess, because then it's not exactly VIP if everybody's VIP, is it? But yeah, definitely have to take another look into that soon. So we're gonna have a tie game here. Never mind, Sharrieff saved his own shot. What is he doing? Sharrieff maybe getting a little bit too fancy with this. He's gonna come back around and put it into the second try. Forky's probably a bit confused as to what is happening after Sharrieff saved his own shot. Yeah, it looks like Forky wasn't giving Sharrieff a goal here. He's actually just trying to grab boost after Sharrieff forced him into his own net with 1. This is something that happens to Sharrieff. He's sort of like the NA Jesse at times, because his playstyle puts him in some weird positions when he's going for unnecessarily weird landings, sort of just to test himself. You know, what's the best way to learn how to recover from awkward landings? It's to land awkwardly more often. So Sharrieff, he does that sometimes. He'll just flop around the field and make things awkward for himself, see if he can handle it. Well, so far he's looking good for the series, but he wasn't able to handle Forky on this play. Too speedy on the deck by the Fork. Half the game gone. Forky trying to equalize the series. The NA Jesse. Hey, if Sharrieff isn't the NA Jesse, who is the NA Jesse? Although there are definitely some elements of Sharrieff and Jesse's game that are very, very different. The only thing that is, I would say, similar is well, actually there's 2 things I can think of. They're both very entertaining streaming personalities. And then number 2, they do bean themselves quite often. So that's like the two things. Sharrieff doesn't score enough own goals. Yeah, that is true. Jesse does score an awful lot of own goals. Right, Forky up by 2 here. What is Sharrieff doing? You know, it's just how he plays. He likes to flip around, do spins and stuff, just because, you know? Just because. And funnily enough, when he's playing at his best, this sort of thing happens more often. And it kind of like, it accumulates. So he'll be playing well, do more like unnecessary but kind of cool flippy things in the middle of his rotation, and then it'll kind of lead to him playing even better. Jacob might be the NA Jesse. Right, yeah, Jacob's maybe up there. Good save here by Sharrieff, reading Forky very well. Panini Bandit, thanks for the Prime sub. I do appreciate that a lot. I think Jesse's the best player in the world. He scores own goals, so he remains undiscovered. Forky gonna make it 6-3 here. Looks like Sharrieff was trying to catch Forky's car, but he couldn't quite get underneath him, and that has led to another goal for Forky. What do you think? What do you guys think? Who is the NA Jesse, if there had to be one? Oh, okay. Double open net miss for Forky. Sharrieff was freestyling on the ground, perhaps expecting Forky to score it. Yeah, as this game looks like it might be wrapped up already. I mean, Sharrieff's made some crazy comebacks in the past, but Forky's looking pretty solid right now. I say that as the ball hits off his post, and then he own goals. You can't replicate Jesse. This is true. I mean, it wasn't really an own goal. It was going in already, but he did still kind of put it in to his own net. Surely one Jesse is more than enough. Two would be dangerous. This is very true as well. Oh, okay, the forced own goal. Forky runs it into Sharrieff's car. Gets his 3-goal lead back. So Sharrieff was trying to bump Forky out of the way there. That's actually a really smooth wave dash recovery. Forky knowing, of course, that if somebody bumps you into the air, you can just wave dash your landing to recover that bit faster. Right, Forky looking for the 360 dribble. It ain't gonna happen. Sharrieff still trying to make the comeback. Not gonna work though. Forky, pinch shot. He's a bit out of line, but he makes it happen. Forky just squeezes it in. I honestly thought this might be too far away to go on target, but he's nailed it. And it only took one bounce before the line. 124 km/h shot. Forky gets the pinch shot on target when the game's already won. I wonder if he could do that under pressure when it's game 5. Still anyone's to win. Either way, another impressive goal for Forky. He's had 3 that really stand out to me this series. Flip reset, pinch shot, and a crazy delayed flick to a top corner. And we will go to a game 5 here. Forky certainly deserved this one. Sharrieff wasn't playing as well as he did in the previous games. Little bit less smooth on the landing at times, but Forky still played really, really well here. The amount of players that can hit these pinch shots with quite a lot of consistency now is becoming pretty scary. Like, we're starting to see this very often. Like, pinch shots in a lot of games that we cast on stream. They're pretty good ones a lot of the time, you know? We saw a pinch goal yesterday as well. Is that 2 days in a row we've had a pinch shot? A pinch goal, rather. I believe it is. Who scored the pinch goal yesterday? I think, was it Astral again? Or was it in the Denmark series? Somebody go help me out here. Who scored the... I swear somebody scored a pinch goal earlier yesterday. Oh, Forky opened that miss. Sharrieff grabs a boost, but Forky's landed on the ball. It's actually a good block by Forky. You know, if you guys are wondering... Oh, nice cut by Sharrieff. That's really well placed. I was going to say, if you guys are wondering why Sharrieff sometimes spins his car upside down just so he can jump and then spin upside down again to land on his wheels, that is just a faster recovery mechanic. He's jumping to get back down to the ground again sooner. A little bit a way to save some boost while recovering. It was Astral. Yeah, I could see that. Astral was popping off yesterday. Sharrieff 2-0. Forky again on the wrong side of a challenge here. He's trying to take another sneaky pinch, but by doing so, he puts himself on the outside of the ball. Sharrieff was right in his face there to block that one. So it's going to be 2-0. Sharrieff neutralizes Forky's challenge on the kickoff and gets it past him as Forky's trying to ball chase on the recovery. Sorry, YouTube, if audio is muted for a minute, it was you. I don't know what you mean, mate. I'm not sure what happened, Obi-Wan Smoot. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Astral scored a pinch. Yeah, I think it was Astral scored a pinch, but that's that one that we just saw from Forky was equally impressive. Oh, okay. Sharrieff respecting the wave dash landing so much that he gets faked out of it. Sharrieff knows that Forky's trying to wave dash that one to the to his right. Sharrieff's right to Forky's left. We saw Ixo score a goal just like that in the Manfield Night 5K, actually. A lot of respect being shown by these guys to their opponents. aggressive ability. Forky has to land backwards here. You know, you might be wondering, why is he doing that? Well, it's because if he didn't, then he would have hit the ball with the wheels of his car and really slowed it down. There we go. So Forky showing us what he should have done in the 0-second moment of Game 3. It's a simple challenge where he gets in the way of the ball, knocks it into his own crossbar. JamJam8290, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome to the stream today, buddy. 3 minutes left and still 2 goals to the good is Sharrieff. Forky getting outdone by another air dribble, which actually lands pretty low to the ground. And you know, for all the air dribbles that Forky's been doing this series, it's actually Sharrieff who's had more success with them. Once again, Forky trying that single jump dodge challenge, when it might be better to just get underneath that one and double jump. I really don't see the single jump dodge very often as an air dribble defense. Yeah, Sharrieff, for all of Forky's air dribbles, is the one that's come out with more air dribble goals, I believe. Forky trying to come back here. He's made it a 1-goal game with a couple of quick ones. And it is going to be an interesting ending to this one. Still 2 minutes and 52 seconds left. You know, I was saying earlier that I want to see less air dribbles from Forky because they're just not working enough. But on the opposite side of the coin, I would love to see some more from Sharrieff, because it looks like Forky struggling with air dribble defense. And Sharrieff can execute his air dribbles even better than he has been doing so far. And it looks like Forky struggling with what he's brought to the table so far. Would struggle again. Look at that pull shot saved by Sharrieff. Wow, there wasn't many ways to get out of that position. But he's forced Forky to take the shot earlier than he intended to. And gets a save in the process. Sharrieff off the wall a bit early, but Forky off target. Alright, see you later, Jam Jam. Thanks for stopping by. What time is it over there? It's 2:41 in the morning. This will be the last thing we do on stream today. It's late and I don't want to completely ruin this reasonable sleep schedule I've got. When I say reasonable, I mean I'm waking up at like, you know, 11 in the morning tomorrow. That's pretty good for me. It's 2 goals in it. Sharrieff, that pull shot save might have just saved this series for him, because Forky was on a bit of a streak there. Would have been 3 goals in a row if he had found the back of the net that one more time. Sharrieff wants to bait Forky in here. He knows that he's got a boost advantage and he wants to use it, but he can't use it much if Forky's just sitting behind the ball. Sharrieff still trying to make this work out, and he will. It took a while, but he got the goal eventually.
The shovel was a Ground Rainbow's invention.
Aha! Very clever. Very clever. The shovel is a groundbreaking invention. I like it. Cheers to the 2-1. The Irish Goo, welcome back. 3 goals in it. Sharrieff with the bully play onto Forky was able to make it an extra goal cushion. He's still in offense here. Forky's had some pretty good boost respawn timings. That was ideal that time, but now he's in an awkward position, side onto the ball. Sharrieff is just letting the clock do the work for him. A minute left. Sharrieff on no boost though, and that's a very weird landing and a weird time to be doing it. And Forky makes it 2. And it's not the best idea for Sharrieff to be doing that, because now a kickoff goal would make it a very interesting final 50 seconds. And I'll tell you what, Forky wasn't far off getting a kickoff goal there. If that was a bit more to the left, it would have been one. Hang on a second, that's just gone in. Another pitch goal for Forky. A little bit less controlled than the last one, but still an intentional move. And he steps up with the aggression in the final minute, knowing that it would have been awkward for him to come back here with Sharrieff in control of the ball. Good save by Forky. And now, looking for a counter-attack straight down the middle. I think Sharrieff should be able to keep up with this one. Oh, he's almost on-goaled it. Forky, 100 boost, trips up Sharrieff on the landing. He's got a back wall possession play, but that's going to be tough to get past Sharrieff, who's standing dead in the way of it. Not much boost on Sharrieff though. Still, Forky tries for the flick. Was working out for him earlier in the series, but not now. Now he desperately just needs 100 boost, and he gets it. Forky was almost eliminated from the play there. Sharrieff for the ball chase is going to lock this one up, surely. Forky was just hoping that Sharrieff would run away from this one, but Sharrieff, even with the low boost, stuck around and gets his 2-goal lead back. You could just see Forky was praying. He was just saying, oh, please, Sharrieff, just go away. Just give me some space. I want to dribble you. Sharrieff did not want to defend against another monster flick. Stayed with it. And he's going to win another series. Couple of wins for Sharrieff here. Looking very good. Taking down the number 2 and 3 NA players according to ranked at the moment, consecutively. And it did take an extra game against Forky, but he got the job done eventually. GG's. Forky had the best, most flashy goals of the series, but Sharrieff comes out with a win.